Delta T Racing DTR F1, and we're here on the new F1 game, F1 2020, 22, 2020. It's the name. Okay, so it's tonight. It's pre-season race for Division 1. And we're racing in France. We're starting off with a qualifying session of 18 minutes before we have a 50% race. So that's like what we normally do in the season as well. We have a full grid 20 drivers and nearly the full regular drivers are in. We have only a few drivers who are not around. That is your defending champion, Yari. He's on holiday. His teammate from last season, Marcel, is not around either. Neither is Liam, one of the new guys. But instead, we have a few reserves and, well, some good ones either. Because we have Fox Blue on the grid. Fox Blue is the Division 3 champion. We have Lancy, and Lancy is the number 2 of Division 2. So that's a very capable driver. And we have Hammers. Hammers is bloody quick. He just needs to stay on the asphalt a bit more. And if he manages to do that, he could maybe indeed become a Division 1 driver in the future. Anyway, he is reserving tonight in this preseason race as quali has started, and it looks a bit cloudy. Right, let's see. Who is the first to enter the track? I think it's Hammers. The team seems to be preparing him to go out. Yes, he is. Well, Hammers. And, oh, he's actually not the only one. Dimix is on the grid. He's on an outlet. So is Ben, aka Ibni. But the first one on track in this new 2022 Williams is Dimix. Right, so maybe this is a good moment while most drivers are on the outlap now is to go through all the teams. As before we do that, I just got a weather update, and we're gonna have rain in the middle or end of the race, so that could be exciting. I like it because it usually brings something extras. I'd say let's go on board with Dimix, as he is about to start. This young British driver made his debut in Division 1 last season after winning Division 5 in Season 2. Had a tough season, didn't score a lot of points, but surely improved during the season and was up for a podium in Silverstone if not for a time penalty. Oh, and he spins. Round he goes. Let's hope he waits. I think Ben is the next on track. Yes. Let's see how Ben is a driver that usually drives with a very low wing setting. Let's see how he takes this chicane. In 4, goes back to 3, shifts up pretty late actually. Well, the rest of the straight, now we're going to go into the next corner, into the senior. That is flat. Gears back to fourth. I don't think this is, by the way, one of Ben's favorite tracks. But he'll be hoping on a red flag in about 15 seconds because he's the first to set a time. And he opens with a 33.182. That is not quick. I mean, I wish I could do it, but it's not quick enough for this session. Trucker, oh, that's good. 30.8. Pantera, 32.0. Hammers, the 32.1. But look at that. No Jack, 30.7. And Michael, 30.492. So far, he is the quickest in the session. Paul House starting his hot lap on his debut. Oh, well, Fox blew his round. Is doing a good job waiting until the other cars pass, until it's safe. Well done to him. Peter Volt, oh, aborts his lap and comes into the pit lane. Next to set a time is going to be Spectre, the Irish driver. Once again in McLaren. That's where you started last season as well. And picks up a 5th position so far. Stendentia with, oh, that's just an opening lap. 42.1. Lancy, what you've been doing? Well, Kiko is on a hot lap as well, teaming up with Czech driver Peter Paul. There's a yellow, meanwhile at the chicane. Well, several drivers, yeah, the McLaren comes in. Oh, I'm not sure what happened with Lancy, but apparently had a collision with Brand, and he gets a 5th place grid pen. Well, Kiko sets a time that's P6 for him so far in the Alpine. Is there anyone on a hot lap now? Stendentia is, he's been off track. Shabby on his out lap. The Season 1 and Season 2 champion. And he is going to start his hot lap. Let's go on board with him. Maybe we can learn a thing or two from this phenomenal driver. Takes a lot of curb in turn 1 and 2. Oh, goes round. Well, we've learned something, and that's how you don't do it. Meanwhile, Peter Vol on a lap uses everything the track has on the entry of the chicane. Goes into senior really fast right-hander. Comes up to the final few corners. We'll prepare for the last one. Here he goes. I think this is a good timer, Peter. Peter is a phenomenal qualifier, a great racer. What can he do? That's a provisional pole position. Yeah, that's why his nickname is Peter Pole. Because he'll be on pole a few times this season. Oh, look at that. The Red Bull of Prince. Prince last season, one of the front runners in the championship. Let's see what he can do this season. As he's now teaming up with fellow Dutch driver Polhuis. Seven and a half minutes to go in this session. Well, Prince is gonna set a lap time for the first time. And that's P2, 30.4. Well done. Wesley is on his lap, on a hot lap. Here comes Lancy. What is he capable of? 31.5, that's P9 so far. Yes, he has a 5 less grip pen. But it's always good to see where you stand in this field. Where is Polhuis? Oh, still sector 1 actually. Oh. Not sure what that Alfa Romeo was doing. Oh, that was Pantera. Well, at least he waited until it was safe to return to track. Less than 6 minutes on the clock, and so far it's still Peter Vol on pole. Chevy on new outlap. Mama's still in the pit lane. I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe he's having a quick snack. I mean, I know he just got home from football practice. Might be hungry. Chevy still hasn't set a time yet. He's on his way now into the third sector. Comes up to the last corner. What's that going to be? I think it's a 30 low. No. That's a bit disappointing, I have to say. 31.499. That's only P10 for him. Mamba's still in the pit lane. Okay, who is on a hot lap? Let's go. Let's go on board with Peter. Peter, one of the best one lap drivers there is. Let's see him maximized his track. Stays in Thor through the chicane. He's up nearly 2/10. It's a good final sector and he may improve his time and could be on pole position. Look at how Peter optimizes everything from the track. Oh, that was a really good last turn. I think this is going to be an improvement of maybe even more than 2/10. Yeah, at 3.3. That's a 30.0. I'm going to be honest, I expected pole to be very high 29. But maybe you can still do it because Mamba hasn't set a time yet. Chevy hasn't had a really good lap so far on maybe his favorite track. Also, chokers. Not sure what he's been doing, but a 32.0 is below his standards. Ben on a new run. Meanwhile, Mamba finally on an out lap. Let's have a look where he is. Only has a minute. Oh, he'll make it to set a time. Or at least start a lap. Here we go with Ben. Oh, I'm sure he'll love a bit of rain. And I think the rain, the drivers knowing that there's rain, could really play a factor in the setups. So it may be a reason why some people have more or less wing. Or a few tweaks here and there. And also explain the gaps in the quality. Because so far it's a 2-second gap from first to last. Brent in P4, so 5. Trucker in P5. And here comes Ben. Can Ben improve? I think he can. No, it was actually a lot slower. Alright, so we have one driver who's not set a time yet. That's Black Bamba. And only has one lap to do it. It's going to be all or nothing for him. Oh! Well, that's nothing. I have to say, it's a beautiful pirouette. Catch the car quite good, but it kills lap time. Let's have a look. Where is Prince? His lap time is invalidated, as we see on the red map. Michael's in the pit. Spectre is surprised in P4. I think he is not on a hot lap. Let's wait until we see the sector time. No, clearly not. Brent on his way. Invalidated. Wesley is done. No jug. The Canadian. Does not improve, but still, it's a top 10 for him. And that means, I think we're done, except Paul House could... No, he's not having a good lap. Pantera improved quite a lot. 6/10 puts him in P13. I think this is it, yeah. Everyone is done. And that means it's Peter Paul. Right, so let's go through the starting grid. Peter Paul. Now we have Trucker in second, and who came in last minute as we moved down. Prince to third, Michael in fourth, Spectre, Brent, Wesley, Fox Blue, No Joke, Ibani, Kiko in 11. Now we have Paul House, Pantera, Hammers, Shabby, Lancy, Dimix, Standen, and we have Chokers and Mamba in last. But Lancy will move down 5 places, so in fact he will start from last position. Well, it looks the sun is shining a bit more, but the weather prediction really is that it's going to rain at some point in the race, so that could be fun. Right now, for everyone watching on our YouTube channel, I'd love to know who is watching, where are you watching from, and what do you guys think is going to win? Media Racing, it's not Peter Paul, but Peter Vol. I know it's Peter Vol, but he's so good over one lap, and he has so many pole positions that I always. I changed his name because it's look. Oh wait, Brent. Brent is going to win. You're betting on yourself, Brent. Well, that's high confidence. Dry inter wet inter dry race. I would love a race like that. And if it is the constant change of weather conditions, that will be great because it brings a lot of entertainment. But you know what? In races like that, you don't even have to be quickest. You just need to make the right decisions at the right moment and stay out of trouble, and you'd be good for a very good result already. Minnie says, I think Peter is gonna win. Well, maybe you've read the season preview that came out earlier today on our website. There's two major candidates for this season to win, and that's Shabby and Yari because, well, they were the deciding factors of the last few seasons. But if one guy can do it, it might be Peter who could beat them. But you know, Peter's quick and he's a phenomenal racer and an even better qualifier. But he also has a bit of bad luck sometimes, you know, like runs into lapped cars or something and stuff like that. Ah, Evil Master, I think the person who does not spin will win. Well, yeah, like I said, if we have changing weather conditions, it could really go anyone's way. So I'm really curious. I'm quickly gonna set up the menu here and then leave this menu so you have more view. Right, drivers lining up for the start. Well, Peter sets his car on pole. Everyone lines up. It looks like a car is missing in P6 there. Who is that? So Brent. Brent, don't tell me you bottled it on the formation lap already. Oh, that took a while, but here we are. Off we go. Petter with a good start. Prince with a great start. Moves up to P2. But Peter keeps the lead. And Spectre moves up 2 positions. Trucker moves down 2. Drops to P4. Michael drops 1. Wesley up 1. And let's have a look at what's going on. Oh, that seems like some contact there. But so far, it seems like both Alfa Romeo drivers are in trouble. Stendhal and Pantera. The boys from SRL. Oh, Brandt and Fox side by side. 3 chicane, but Brandt wins this. Fox loses another position to Brent's teammate Ibani in the Alpha Tower. The Alpha Tower is in P7 and 8. It's something they could really use in actual Formula 1. Mikey's saying the game audio is very quiet. Yeah, I could look at that, but it's quite hard to do that during the race. But I don't want to pause the menu and you guys miss the race, but I'll look into it for the next one. Right, so we have lap 1. Peter is leading ahead of Prince and Spectre. Trucker, probably the guy with the worst. Oh, no. The worst start has to be a young Canadian, Mr. McKees. Dropped 10 positions. Yeah, I mentioned it before. He's really quick, especially in qualifying, but he really needs to keep saying. Oh, I think Mama's in trouble. Mama spun and drops. Oh, Lancy spun as well. A lot of spins there. Oh, watching those spins, we actually missed the overtake from Prince on Peter Vol. Sorry for that. So it's Prince in the lead. And can he get away? Meanwhile, a bit further back, Chokers is up 9 positions. How about that? That is a phenomenal start. And now we're gonna have a look at the tires. Who is on which tire? Fox Blue and Michael started on hards. Brent, Bullhouse, Dimix and Hammers did as well, and so did Lancy. Oh, another yellow. That's a Ferrari. Oh, that's Wesley, the Dutch driver. And once again at this corner. Careful there. Oh, Wesley, that was not a great choice. Peter has got a time penalty for exceeding track limits too many times. He is down to second and is actually fully on pressure from Spectre and Trucker there. We can say that Brent dropped the field position as well. Probably having a hard time on those hard tires. Best driver on the hard tires so far is Michael in 5th. As he's trying to hang on with the front runners. As we see a gap between P5 and P6 with Michael and Ben. Well, Shabby is slowly moving up now, up to P7 for his doing a poor qualifying. Oh, and Kiko lost the position. 2 actually. Let's go back to the front where Prince and Peter are fighting, and it seems like Prince is really the quicker driver. Oh, someone spun it. Oh, turn 2 is Wesley again. He's not having fun. Can't see any physical damage, but his tires may be overheating. And another yellow. That's at the chicane. Oh, that's Kiko. Well, he started pretty well, the Slovakian Alpine driver. But we're in lap 4, almost in 5, and Prince is leading, and he's quicker. He's quicker than Peter. Peter is having trouble holding off Spectre. I mean, Spectre is closer to him than he is to Prince. But they're still within DRS range. Paul House is the second driver to get a time penalty. Spectre is getting closer to Peterville. But they're not close enough to really attack each other. Michael, meanwhile, in P5 is doing everything he can to stay within DRS range, to stay within the front group. And the longer this situation lasts, it will come to him, because the medium tires will wear off. Well, the hard tires that Michael is on will only get, well, they get worse as well, but just less worse than the medium. So within a lap or 5, he should be having the quicker tire. Hammers, not doing bad at all, Hammers. In high division, P13. Let's have a look. Poolhouse is really close to Dymix here. But Dymix defends well. Oh, Spectre gets a penalty as well. And Poolhouse on the inside of Dymix. I hope this goes well as they go side by side through the corner. Still go. Oh, this should be Poolhouse's corner. Yeah. Dymix is not giving up quickly. But the Dutchman takes the position. Right, so we have a top 5. And they're all within DRS range. Prince, Peter, Spectre, Trucker, and Michael. Oh. What's going on? Shabby lost the position to Chokers. So in P6 we have Ben. But he's over 4 seconds behind Chokers. Well, Chokers himself is 3.5 seconds behind Ben. And he's leading a train as he just passed Shabby. And in that train is Fox Blue, Brent, Poorhouse, Dime Inks. All the way up to P12. Then it's... Oh, Shabby regaining the position. The title contenders of season 2. Oh, someone's round, and that is a McLaren, and I think it's Lancy. Right, and after Dime X we have Hammers. Who is nearly 5 seconds behind Dime X. But it's the Hammer train. Oh, I see raindrops. Oh, it's starting early, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be fun. So behind Hammers we have Standan, we have Noja, Kiko, all very close with him. Then we have those who have been unlucky, like Pantera, like Mamba, Lancy, and Wesley. Hammers pits? Oh, that's... Oh, Noja! Oh, Noja! You're probably the hero of the day for some. Seemed like a reset on track, Kiko. You should know we don't do that here. But yeah, I was thinking Hammer's pitting now, probably gonna go over Intus. That seemed way too early for me. But with the safety car coming out, is it? Oh, it's not a Wait, what? I thought it was a safety car. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my bad. It would make sense if it was a safety car. Hence also the pitting of Lancy and Wesley. Of course, those drivers have nothing to lose anyway. So let's have a look at what the leaders are going to do. As it's raining quite... Oh! Prince is off! The race leader is off. Well, I think that is the answer to my upcoming question. What are the leaders going to do? Because it seems to be raining fast and quickly. But Peter is continuing. But Spectre goes in. Trucker goes in. Michael goes in. But Peter stays out. That is a remarkable choice by Peter. Ben comes in. Prince, of course, pits. Right, what's the next one? Fox pits. Everyone is pitting. Well, everyone except Peter. Well, look at them. Brand, Diamond, Shabby, Standan, Chokers, Pantera. What is he doing? Yeah, coming in as well, of course. I think there's just one driver not pitting. And it's the Alpine driver. Well, either he thinks it's still doable, or maybe he knows something we don't. So let's look at the time gap, because Spectre is now in second. Oh, that's right when Spectre gets a time penalty for cutting a corner. Is he gaining time? Yes, it looks like that. Oh, and old Peter is struggling in that chicane. And DRS is disabled. And that usually is the call to pit. One surprising pit has been by Chokers. He's got to wet tires. Let's see what Chokers is doing. Is he losing time? Is he gaining time? Oh, Peter is losing time quickly. I was about to say, but now he's off. Oh, Peter, and spins again. Here comes Spectre. Oh, they're gonna overtake him on track. Well, Peter still has to pit. Oh, yeah. And Kiko's out. And this is a safety car. This is a safety car. Could be a virtual one or a full one. It's not fully clear. Peter comes in, and it's his teammate Kiko that retired. Oh, no. It's a safety car, 100%. And it's basically his own teammate that saves him. Hammers pits again. Gets a penalty for speeding. Well, Chokers also pits again. Chokers are probably coming in for inters as the wets were not a good choice. Or was it? What is he going to do? Yeah, he's going to go to inters. But Brent did the opposite and pitted for wets. Right. Okay. Right, so Peter, he's got to be thinking, if I only went in one lap earlier, I'd probably be either in the lead or really close to the lead. And now I'm in P11. Yeah, me saying if he would have spun, still be in the lead. Well, I don't know. Because he was clearly losing time. The gap from 23 seconds went down to 19 within just a few corners. So he was clearly losing time. I don't think he'd stay in the lead, but he'd definitely still be top 5. But, yeah, well, his teammates saved him. Right, we're in lap 10 out of 27. We went from dry to wet. We have a first safety car situation. Pantera pits. What is he going to do? And Hammers pits as well. I'm not sure what Hammers is doing. Well, Hammers might just be serving his penalties. Pantera, not sure what he's done. Right, this moves Chokers up 2 positions into P16. So everyone is on fresh or relatively fresh inters. Apart from Brent. He's the only one on the wet tires. Right, so lap 11, safety car will probably come in this lap. If not, then it will do so in the next one. So far in the lead, we have Ireland leading ahead of Scotland and England. How about that? Yeah, without the safety car, Peter Vol would have definitely been dropped back much more. Because everyone had to slow down. Safety car is not coming in yet. One more lap under the safety car. And we're going to go back to racing. Oh, but I see guys pitting. What is this? Brent pits. What is Brent? Oh, Brent decides to go back to Inters. And Wesley. Not sure what he went doing in the pit lane, but everyone is on Inters now. Those tires must be freezing cold. By the way, now that we're under the safety car, tonight it's just me commentating, but during the Division 1 season, I will be commentating together with my good friend Nell, aka Nell Boy, who unfortunately is unavailable tonight. Might not even be there next week. And meanwhile, the confirmation that the safety car is coming in this lap. So for tonight, that's me. Next week, we're not sure, but the rest of the season is together unless something private or work, whatever comes in the way. But commentating, dude. So from here to Nell. Hi, Nell. Hope you're fine. And would be good to see you on track tomorrow. Right, safety car coming in. Spectre is leading the way. We have two cars that didn't finish. We've had two race leaders making mistakes. That's Prince and that's Peter. Peter dropped down to P11, but let's watch the restart. Here they go, Spectre. Oh, that's a good restart for him. Oh, Prince, is he? Yeah, he's defending. So Prince dropped from to P4, but now back in P3. Oh, it's Michael who made a mistake. That cost him positions as Prince took him. And Ben as well. Ben up to P4. Oh, Ben lost a good race. Oh, Michael drops even more. He's off track. Seems like he may even hit the wall there. Oh my, Michael drops from P3 to 17. Now only his hammer's behind him. Shabby up to P5. Let's have a look at the lead. It's now a fight still between Ireland and Scotland here. And a Dutch driver in third. Prince is over 2 seconds behind. And is leading a small train with Ben, Shabby, and then we have Dimix. Paul has a small gap between Shabby and Dimix though. Peter and Mamba fighting. Oh, that's Mamba. No, Peter defending well, but who will have the lead coming out of the chicane? Still Peter. Oh, Shabby has gained P4. So this is one of those reasons why he's always fighting for championships. Had a poor quali, not even top 10. Had a poor first half of the race. Yeah, barely top 10. But what it matters, as the race progresses, you'll see him climbing up. And he's now up to P4 already. And he's going to put some pressure on Prince. Oh, and we have a yellow flag, and I think that's Black Mamba. He dropped the field positions, is now behind Wesley. And ahead of Pantera. Oh, no longer that. Back to the front. Spectre and Trucker. Still 2 seconds. Oh, ahead of Prince, who made a small mistake. Car slid a bit. And now Shabby is all over him. He's gonna go. Yeah, using all of the ERS to go side by side. But Prince is defending well there. Oh, that nearly went wrong. And these two guys have fought out many great battles before. Oh, Shabby having a look on the outside. Maybe a bit too ambitious. Now goes on the inside. And that's a little bit of contact. Shabby spins. Oh, that's going to cost you so many time at position. I probably jinxed him. Drops all the way down to P16. Only the both Mercedes drivers behind him. That means Ben is up to P4. Now putting the pressure on Prince. Paul has also moving up places. The Red Bull drive's doing well today. But look at that. Dimix in his Williams. P5. This man is just getting better each race. But it also looks. Oh! Paul has! I'm not going to say about anyone that they're doing good or bad, because as soon as oh, look at that! Woo-hoo. Pantera! That was really close. Oh man, that nearly went bad. So I'm just going to shut my mouth, because the moment I praise anyone, they're going off. Prince and Ben fighting for the third position. Oh, Mamba picking up a big penalty. He's not having fun. Stenden and Dymix. England versus Denmark. Side by side now. Michael pitting. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna go for wet tires, maybe? Because it seems to be raining harder and harder. I don't see any puddles. Yeah, but that really is a yet with that the ring that's coming down. Yeah, Michael decided to go to full wets. And will we see other cars following? Oh, if it continues like that, surely will. Oh, Stenden finally got Dymix. And there's another Mercedes round. Oh, that's Hammers. And then another car. Oh, that's Lancey. Lancey and Pantera fighting. Shabby trying to move up once again in P12 now, just really close to Brent. He said he was going to win today, but oh, chokers, Brent and Shabby fighting. Oh, ooh, that seemed like a little bit of contact. And they're both pitting, I think, for wet tires. It has to be. Yeah, absolutely. They're going to go for different tires. Where's chokers? Yeah. It's that wet. Mamba coming in as well. But will it help them? It all depends on how bad the weather is going to be. If it's going to dry up soon. Pooh. Let's go back up front where it seems like Trucker may have made a mistake because he lost like a few seconds. The gap was always around 1 and now it's up to 4 and Prince is closing in. There's only a second behind. Ben is really close still. But Stenden is oh, he's doing really good in the rain. Close the gap to Prince and Ben. And I was going to go for the move on. Oh, it's on the outside. Can you make that work? Ben stays on the racing line. Closes the gap and stays ahead. But the pressure is fully on. Right, so we have a 4-car fight. Now for P2. Trucker, Prince, Ben, and Stenden. Meanwhile, I'm going to show the gap to the leader. And that is... So we can... Oh, I think Stenden just is now ahead of Ben, yeah. Why is that? Because we want to monitor the gap to the leader. Shabby is the first driver on full wets, and he is 31.2 seconds behind the leader. Michael pits. Wait, what? Michael pits again. He goes back to Inters? Oh, wow. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes the best move is to make no move. Oh, Chokers is out. Sector 1, 2, 3, yellow. That is a safety car? Yeah, it's a safety car. That is a safety car. Oh, Hammer's slowing down probably because of a delta. Oh, and now what are you gonna choose? What are you? Oh, Lancy! Lancy got a drive through for speeding on the safety car. That is a shame. Too high on the delta. Yeah, what tire is you going to choose now? Spectre, what are you going to do? Leader comes in. Oh no, Michael. Michael gets the drive-through as well. It seems like the delta is really harsh. What tire? Full wets for Spectre. Wow. Prince does the same. And just give Ben the lead. Oh, Ben and Dimix are leading. How about that? Peter is back on the podium. I think Lancy just retired. Yeah. So Spectre and Prince chose to go for full wets. Well, interestingly, Standan pitted as well, but he chose to remain on Inters. Oh, Shabby gets a drive-through. It's raining drive-throughs now. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm seeing several cars overtaking each other and giving positions back, and I'm not sure what's going on, but we're under yellow, so just don't overtake each other, guys. Right, Michael in the pit for the 48th time tonight. And the last time as well. Right, so we have a very, very interesting situation here. We have a safety car. We have 15 cars left. And, well, safety car is definitely not coming in this lap. But I think it will in the next one. And that will be the entering of lap 22. I think we're going to have 6 laps of racing. And it's raining. But several drivers are on old Inters. We have a few drivers on fresh wets. And we have a few on fresh Inters. And then we have a few with penalties. Drive-throughs. So, as of right now, I have no clue. Marco? I don't know why he was standing still on track, but this looked really, really weird. But he is pitting. And this, with him being this far behind, it could even mean safety car is going to stay out for another lap because not all cars are closed in. And he's going back to Inters. And I think, to be fair, I think it seems to be raining a little less now. So I think Inters are the way to go. This could be a right choice here, remember? And the right choice maybe by Ben and Dimix and Peter to stay out on those Inters. Well, Spectre and Prince and Shabby are probably going to regret their decision to go on those wets. But how about Stan, Den, and Trucker? They're in 6 and 7, and they're on fresh tires, fresh Inters. And the longer this safety car stays out, it's more in the favor of those on Inters, because the track will be drying more. Right. Imagine it drying completely now, no more rain, and we're going to go to slicks. How would that be? I mean, we have, yeah, Pantera pitting. Of course he is. Fox Blue pitting. Several cars pitting now. Oh. Yes, you're going to lose track position. We're going to lose so much more if you're on the wrong tire. Yeah, they're all going to go for Inters. And maybe Hammers will eventually too when he ever reaches the pit lane. I don't know what's going on with the Mercedes drivers today, but I don't think they're having a lot of fun. And with them being so far behind, I don't know, safety car may continue for another lap. Mamba did change to those Inters. Hammer stayed out. It's really been a weird race so far. We've had like 4 or 5 different race leaders. We started off with Peter, then we had safety cars coming in. Then we had Prince, then we had Peter again, then we had Spectre, and now we're gonna have Ben leading the way. Right, the Mercedes boys doing everything they can to close the gap. And Hammers will succeed in that, but not 100% sure that Black Mamba will as well. And we're going to go racing again with 5 laps to go. We have a wet track that seems to be drying pretty quickly. We have drivers on wet tires, we have drivers on intermediate tires, and I wouldn't be surprised when we see a fully dry tire before the end of the race as well. Marco closed the gap. He'll be happy with that. He could even score points now. Shabby is in 7, but he has a drive-through. And I think Ben goes early, actually. Here he goes. Ben leading the way and has quite a gap to Dimix. Oh boy, I think the drivers on the wets will have trouble, but Spectre is actually gaining positions. He's up to 3rd already. So let's have a watch at the times as to see what is quicker right now. Oh, I think Stan Dan goes really wide there and loses positions and gets a penalty. Right, so far it seems the wet tire is still the quicker tire. Or Spectre is just the best rain driver. Oh! That is an Alpine. That's Peter. Peter went off hard there. Oh boy. Right. Lap 23. Race is closing into its end. And we have Ben as a leader. Time X in second. Oh, wouldn't he love to have a podium? And there's another yellow. Chevy's dropping. What is Oh. And has to pit anyway. Ay. Right. 4 laps to go. Ben still leading ahead of Dimex. Who would have thought that? Spectre in third. And how are the tires going to help him, or are they going to help the others? I think the longer this race goes on, it's going to get drier, and the Inters will definitely be the better tire. Stenden is already moving up. Is now in 4th on his fresh Inters. Look, Polhouse does the same. Fresh Inters, it seems like they are the tires to go on. Let's have a quick look at the penalties. Oof, Spectre 9 seconds. Oh, Chevy is off. No way. That is not a safety car. No. You can't tell me we're having a safety car now. There has to be a virtual one. It's a virtual one, as I don't see a safety car coming out of the pit lane. Meanwhile, Peter decided to have some fun at last and decided to go and pit for soft tires. Hammers is in the pit lane as well. Let's see what he does. No, I think he's still on Inters, yeah. Right, back to the lead. 3 laps to go. We're back to green. As the car has been cleared. So let's go. Dimex is leading. Sorry, is in second. Behind Ebony. We have Spectre still in third, but he's on, well, not the favorable tire. And he has a bunch of penalties. And he's still trying to hold on that position, but Stenden, that's a good move on the inside there. Now get third. Well, we have another yellow. Oh, that's Peter Vol. Yeah, it's probably still too wet for those soft tires. All right. So, unless Stenden closes the gap really quickly, I think we may see a fight for the win between Ben and Dimex. I mean, let's face it. You could have won big money with that at the booking office. Is it weird to see Ben winning a race? No, absolutely not. But he's not one of the top Division 1 drivers. He's a very good one and could get an occasional podium, maybe even a win under the right circumstances. And he's showing it now. Dimex. I think his best result last season was maybe 6th or 7th. It was close to a podium in Silverstone, but only got a handful of points. And now he is in preseason on a podium position, fighting for the win. Right, Stendan. Let's see. Stendan is really close to Dimix, but he has a 3-second penalty. So even if he gets ahead, I don't think Stendan is going to win this. Spectre is dropping positions. Yeah, those tires are really hindering him. I think if he would have stayed out when that safety car came, he could have won, or at least be in a podium. But because the penalties are going to drop him back massively. Right, we're on the last lap. Ben's still leading, less than a second ahead of Dimix. And 1 second ahead of Stendan. Oh, and now DRS is enabled. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll see a fastest lap by Peter after all. Let's have a look. We're on the last lap, the last straight. It's a fight between 3 drivers. With the upcoming penalty for Stendan, it's basically a fight between 2. Who would have thought? Yeah, sure, all these 3 drivers could win the race occasionally, or they're good enough or get on the podium, but these 3? They're all outsiders. I had 3 outsiders on the podium. That is huge. Another yellow. Oh, that's Hammers, I think. Right, and we're up to the last few corners. Is anyone going to try something? Dimix is defending hard here. On Stendan. Oh, Stendan tries it on the inside, but no, doesn't get it. And it's a sprint to the finish line between Ben and Dimix. But it's Ben's win. Dimix. Stendan. Oh! Red Bull. What happened? I don't know what happened there, but the Red Bull hit the wall there. But I think he's still finished in 4th. Yeah, Wesley taken 5th, Brent in 6th, Trucker in 7th. Pantera, he had a pretty poor race, but he gets points off the roll. Prince in 9th, Spectre in the end just 10th. Fox Blue Mamba outside the points. Hammers started off nicely, but really had trouble in the second half of the race. And Peter Vol, he's been leading for a while. He had pole position, but he ends up in P14. Bit of bad luck, a few spins, poor choices on the tires. Not his day. And we're all waiting for him to finish the race, and then it's over. The pre-season race at Division 1 in France. Next week, the season start will be in Australia, Melbourne, where the real points are up for grabs. I think the top 4 or 5 would love to see a repeat of this. Here comes Peter. Throws it over the finish line. And that's it for the race. It was looking really good for Peter. Drive to the race, 10 down. Well, yeah. I think he did really well. Made his debut on the podium. And look at that. Ben. Mr. 0-0. A few days ago, he was at the Paul Ricard track. Now he's winning on the Paul Ricard track. The Alpha Tower team would love to see a repeat of that in the season. Right, so that was your putting ceremony. Here are the official results. Ben wins ahead of Dime X and Stenden. Then we have Porhas, Wesley, Brent, and Trucker. Pantera, Prince, and Spectre in the top 10. Prince with the fastest lap, by the way. Then we have Fox Blue, Mamba, Hammers, and Peter. And then the non-finishers. Shabby, Michael Lenz, Chokers, Kiko, and No Jug. Wow. A Williams on the podium, an Alpha Tauri on the podium, and an Alfa Romeo on the podium. Wouldn't it be great to see that in real life? Them all three together. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Had a look at who are your favorites of this upcoming season. I want to thank you all for watching. Have a great night. And don't forget, if you want to see more racing, tomorrow Division 2 and Division 5 are racing, and on Thursday Division 3 and 6 will be live on the same channel on YouTube. And next week, on Tuesday, we go live for round 1 of the Season 4 Championship. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. See you soon.